Hello, my name is Shelby. Welcome back to Bookshelves and to another writing vlog. I have a weekend full of travel for a wedding coming up, and I have not meaningfully written in this draft in probably a month. So I thought I would take all of that time at the airport, on the airplane, in the hotel, to work on outlining the next arc and actually getting some words on the page. So you'll see probably like 72 hours of chaotic writing and or travel. See you there. Hello from North Carolina. We made it in so late last night. It's ridiculous. We had 2 flight delays on an already late flight. So I think we walked out of the airport at about 1 a.m. and they stopped running the shuttle to our hotel at midnight. I think we would have caught it if there had not been all of the flight delays. So we had to call a car and get here and get settled. So it was a very late night. I think we went to bed at 2:30. Had a nice sleep in this morning. And the wedding celebrations don't start until 5. We gotta be ready 4:30 to go. So just kind of having a slow, laid back, easy day. We went to a little Puerto Rican joint just down the street from our hotel for breakfast. Jake is on a coffee run right now. We've showered. I still have to decide how I'm wearing my hair, but outside of getting ready and choosing how I will wear my hair, I just kind of wanted to get some more writing in. So last night on our travels, I sat down. So I'm at the end of part 1, 4-part book. Each part is broken into 3 arcs. This is the last arc. So part 1, arc 3. And I have not done meaningful routine writing on this project probably since my writing retreat at the end of August, beginning of September. There's been a lot of stuff going on. Work has been really intense, and I also kind of made a big life decision very unexpectedly. I had a kind of big surprise opportunity come up, and so I've got a lot of extra stress and work related to that right now. And so I have not read very much. This week was sort of my first week in more than a month where I went to bed at a reasonable hour and read a book to calm down and to escape and enjoy my love of fiction. And I haven't written routinely at all. So I spent the time at the airport and part of our flight yesterday looking at the outline that I had for this last arc. And then I kind of drafted a new outline from scratch because I've known the beats that I need to hit. So the sort of character development stuff that needs to happen, the major events that need to happen, some of the tone of those things, but the actual course of events. Like the scene list wasn't solidified, so I drafted a new, cleaner, clearer outline with a scene list and deleted all of the like old iterations. I had like probably 2 layers of outline in the draft from previous just like idea dumps. And my goal for this afternoon pre-wedding is just to get a little bit of like actual drafting in, which is very overwhelming, honestly, because I haven't drafted in so long. I'm kind of like, how do I even do that? But I have the guideposts. I know where I'm going. So that's kind of what's next for me. Get a couple hours of writing in, have a coffee or a tea, look not like this, and we'll go from there. And then hopefully, if I really get on a roll this afternoon, our travel day tomorrow, going home, can just sort of build on that. So I have 3 chapters left to write in this part. I'm just under 30,000 words. So I think at a minimum this weekend, I would love to hit 30K. That would feel so good after such a long stall. And I would really like by the end of October to finish these 3 chapters. So we're building momentum. We're reminding ourselves that we're capable. That is the current goal. And I will update you when I have made progress, because right now it's all just ideas. So see you then. Hello from Monday, although not the Monday you probably think it is. It is the following Monday. We had such a lovely time at our friend's wedding. There was all kinds of dancing and great food and wonderful company. And we then got sick. I got quite sick. And to be honest, it was probably a little bit delusional to think that I would get on a morning flight the night after a big shebang and want to do anything other than sleep. So I did not get any writing in on the flight home. I did honestly just a bit of like reading through old work and light editing and outlining on Saturday afternoon. So not a ton of progress Saturday, and then since then, none at all. But we are here on Monday, the last week in October, and I continue to be delusional because I just can't stop thinking about how much I would like to do something for not NaNoWriMo. In our house, we've been calling it Novelember. I know that I'm not in a position to write 50,000 words. I'm not in a position to finish my draft manuscript, but I do think that I'm very close to a milestone and would love to aim to hit another major milestone by the end of November. So here's where we stand. I spent the first half of that last weekend clearing out all of my old layers of like outlining and idea dumping junk from the end of part 1. So part 1, arc 3. And I re-outlined from scratch. I now have a really clear scene list for each of the remaining 3 chapters. So chapters 8, 9, and 10 are what stand between me and the end of part 1 of this 4-part book. And I would love to finish that here in the end of October and then aim to do all of part 2 in November. That is less than the sort of old school NaNoWriMo goal of 50,000 words in the month. I estimate it will be about 30,000 words, which is about what part 1 is at. And while it would certainly be a faster clip than I wrote part 1, I have clear outlines for part 2. And I think it really is only like 1,000 words a day if I do 30,000 words as my goal, which is like 2 writing sessions a day. I already write in the morning. I could prioritize writing in the evening or pick up any slack over the weekends. And I don't have a lot of weekend plans in November. I don't know. I want to participate. I want to be a part of it. And I want to have something that feels like it's another little kickstart to my writing because I have been so unplugged from it recently. So here's where I'm at. I sat down Sunday night and I scheduled out on my calendar for the week what I would need to write each day in order to finish part 1 by Sunday. So that's technically November 2nd, but the last week of October. And part of what has gobbled up a bunch of my time that I could be spending on writing is that I have this big application process coming up. And so I also outlined what I need to knock out and when I will knock it out related to that application process. And once I get that lined up and out the door for feedback, this other project can stop hanging over my head and gobbling up all of my free time, which would be another great thing to clear the way to do the most with November. So this travel writing vlog did not produce a ton, but what it did do was give me space to get back on track. I have not felt oriented in what I am doing for a long time, and by making it my focus in the first half of our travel, I was able to really find my direction again, lock in on where I'm going, clear away all the junk, have a fresh slate before me. And having now sat down and really put on my calendar when I am going to do what remains, I think I'm really well positioned to finish part 1 and spend November writing part 2. Ooh, okay. I would like to possibly vlog, weekly vlog during November. There's simply no way I'm going to daily vlog. I'm not that person. Congratulations to those people. I admire them and I consume their content. That will not be me. But I think that if I'm writing consistently in November, I could manage to vlog as well. So, no promises, but potentially a video a week in November related to writing are coming your way. And I'm sure in the first of those, you will find out whether or not I hit this goal I just laid out for you. So with all of that mumbo jumbo out of the way, I'm going to close out this vlog. It was a hit and a miss a little bit, but I feel really good. And I hope that if you have been struggling with your writing, feeling off track, that you find a similar sort of time or tool to clear the path and get back on track. And with all of that, I will see you in November. Happy writing, and I'll talk to you soon.